back, it's me again, yet with another apartment hunting series. It hasn't even been 2 years since I moved to London, and here I am. It's my third time looking for a place. All I can say, life is crazy, and this time, after finding a beautiful apartment in Battersea, I had to find a room and not a flat. So if you're looking to move to London and rent out a room, then this video essentially is for you, and I hope by the end of it you'll have a general idea of what the process is like and what you can expect when you're searching for a room. So if you're looking for a room, you essentially have 3 options. Number 1 would be the easiest one. Essentially, if you have a friend who's looking also for a new place, you can just go on the websites such as Zoopla, Open Rent, Rightmove. You can find a 2-bed house or a 3-bed apartment and just rent it out with your friend. The second option would be to go on the website such as Spare Room, and essentially you create a post giving all information about yourself, what kind of person you are, what kind of places you're looking for, your budget, and then wait for other people to reach out to you. Or you can just reach out to other people, go through the list of all people on Spare Room who are looking for similar places and reach out to them. Also, there is a Facebook group, Gals Who Rent, so you can look it up and do it this way. So the other way, the way I've done it, is just going on Spare Room, doing the search yourself. The website is quite easy. It has a lot of filters, like would you like to have a place furnished or unfurnished. It has even a filter if you'd like to live in vegetarian household, which is crazy, but it's London. So it's very easy to do this search. You can set the budget, you can go through the information about the current tenants, and then essentially you just go ahead and schedule the in-person viewings, and hopefully you'll get a place. Just for reference, my search criteria was, first of all, something central. So my main area was Hackney, Shoreditch, so I could walk to the office like I do now. But I also looked at a few places in Battersea, since I've never lived before and I feel like this area is becoming quite trendy at the moment. My budget was 1,500 with all bills included. I was searching only for ensuite bathroom. The place has to be very bright and airy because I work from home, so I need all the lights I can get, especially in London when it's miserable weather outside. You really want to have natural light and just have some place to breathe, you know. Also, the place should have balcony or garden, and I also renting with females only, preferably with similar interests and who's super tidy just like me and just chill. The first 2 places I viewed were literally on the same street near Battersea Park. They had the same concept, so essentially one co-living company owns the entire house and then they rent it out to other people. So the first house was a 7-bed house. Essentially you would share it with 6 other people, 3 females and 3 males, going back to the dorm kind of lifestyle. But the room I came to view was 1,300 including bills. I didn't like that room. It was on the ground floor, but the owner took me upstairs to show another room which was also available, but at a later date, and it was 1,500 with bills included plus 1,700 as deposit. But I loved it. It was spacious and it was on the 3rd floor, so essentially the next floor was the rooftop, which is ideal. Almost direct immediate access to outdoors, which is ideal for me, for the girl who loves sunshine. The second house I viewed was a 6-bed house, and I would be sharing it with females only. So essentially it was on the last floor. It was like a studio. It even had a kitchen inside of the room, which was a bit too much, I think, because for the size of the room it was just like too stuffy. Price was 1,400 per month and 1,600 as a deposit. It was too dark as well, and just like the entire vibe of the house didn't match my vibe. So hey, yeah, so this is future me jumping on this video because somehow I managed to delete the clips I recorded back in June. So it's me, November me, in my new flat, just for this segment of the video, and then you'll go back to old me. So the third place that I viewed was in East London. It was stones away from Columbia Road, Flower Market, and Oh boy, I love that area so much. So many different coffee shops, restaurants, things to do. And also I love East London for the cool people of East London. East London is buzzing at the moment, so I've always envisioned myself living there. I really like the place. The place was 1150, no bills included, plus 1,000 as a deposit. The place was a new build, which I really liked. The girl was super tidy. She was amazing as well. I like the balcony. I just could see myself there. But one thing, I felt like the room was quite small, so I wasn't sure on that. Plus the moving date was supposed to be like in a couple of weeks time, and I wasn't ready by then. All in all, I liked it, but not to the level that I was like, yes, that's the place for me. I feel like I'm gonna live here. So I moved on to the next one. The fourth place that I viewed was literally down the road from the previous apartment, so even closer to Shoreditch High Street, closer to the hustle and bustle of the city, and it was like 25-minute walk to the office, which is insane, especially like for London. I loved the place. I would be sharing the apartment with 2 other guys, and they've done amazing job with this apartment. It really reminded me of New York lofts with exposed brick wall and very cool aesthetics. The room was definitely more spacious than the other one that I viewed, and bathroom was absolutely massive, but it was a bit dark. So the girl who lives there, she had her lamp on even though it was bright and sunny outside, and for me light is everything. I'm like a moth to a flame, you know, like I need to be closer to the light. The thing I really liked about this apartment is that you would have access to the rooftop. So just imagine during summer months having your friends over, or even like working out on the rooftop, tanning, working, and the views of the city were spectacular. The price was $12.80 per month with some bills included, and $1,300 as a deposit. The fifth place that I viewed was in Bethnal Green, so yet again that part of East London that I love so much, close to Broadway Market, Columbia Road Flower Market, walking distance to Shoreditch. It was a 2-floor apartment, and essentially I would be sharing with 1 girl and 2 guys. The place was recently refurbished, so everything was new. The room was on the 2nd floor, but the bathroom was super tiny though. But apart from that, it was a great flat, great location, plus there was an outdoor space. There was like a small garden. The landlord manages the place, he takes care of the place, so he was doing something with the garden at the moment. It was supposed to be ready for summer, and it was $12.50 per month with all bills included, and $12.50 as a deposit. But I had other viewing schedule, so I didn't really want to make a rush decision, so I just continued on my search. The 6th place that I viewed was next to me, so it was in Bermondsey. It was the worst I've ever seen. It was absolutely horrible. I felt like I was either in prison or on a boat. So essentially the company that runs the building, they wanted to show me one more which is available. I didn't film anything because I simply ran away because it was so horrible. The agent had to unlock the door to the room because it was unlocked. It was like a proper big lock with the code. It was so old, so I essentially I ran away, honestly. But the second one that they showed me was better compared to the other one, but also I would never feel at home in that place. The bathroom was like falling apart, very old, and the rest of the apartment was in terrible condition. It looks like containers essentially, so this is definitely not the home you want to be in for 24/7, right? And the price for that place was $1,400 with some bills included, and $1,500 as a deposit. So no, moving on. The 7th place that I viewed was in Hoxton, East London again. It was like 30-minute walk to my office, ideal location, right next to the overground station. Everything is around. The room was in a new build, super new, super clean apartment. It had balcony. My room would have been very spacious with big floor to ceiling windows. Everything was in perfect condition. From the window I could even see Gherkin. You're so close to the city, but the price for this place was $1,500, no bills included. So essentially you'd pay $1,700 just for a room, and as much as I liked it, I could not justify that. So the 8th place I viewed was in Dalston. The place was massive, so it was essentially like a 2-floor apartment. The room was spacious, the bathroom was spacious, the bathroom had a bath, and I love my me time and time to unwind in the evening. I love my bath, so that was amazing. So this place had a terrace, but it's like a winter garden, so essentially everything is covered up and I need to be outside, so essentially it's like no point of having a terrace if it's all covered up and you just open the window, so it's essentially like there's really no terrace. And the other negative was that there was some scaffolding outside of the building. The girl who lived there, she didn't know when it's coming down. It blocked the sunlight, the view, and the positive side about scaffolding was just the rent decreased to $11.35 per month, and once the scaffolding comes down it would have been $13.85 per month, but with no bills included, and $1,500 as a deposit. My next place was in Homerton, East London again. It was just like 9-minute walk to Victoria Park, and I love that park, so that was a positive. But I didn't like the area surrounding the apartment building. So the moment I left, some weird guy started chasing me. I was leaving the apartment, he said something, I ignored him. And overground was just around the corner, which helped me so much, but essentially I didn't know where I was going, so I panicked and I ran in the direction of the overground. I don't even want to imagine what would have been like if I ran in the opposite direction, away from everyone, away from public space. And essentially he started chasing me, screaming C word because he was so mad that I ignored him, and I've never been this scared in my entire life. That was just fight or flight mode activated, and that was the moment I was like, I'm not coming back to this area ever again. But going back to the apartment, it was a beautiful apartment. It was very spacious, bright, lots of natural light. I loved it so much. I'd be sharing this apartment with the owner, her cat, and another girl, and I felt like the room itself was quite small as well, like not enough space, but because of that guy, I'm not coming back there. The price was $1,500 with all bills included, and $1,500 as a deposit. Number 10 was a place in East London again. It was in Hackney Wick. Super cool area, very hip kind of vibe, which I kind of like. I like watching cool people. It was just like a 5-minute walk to Victoria Park. Let me tell you, it was one of the most beautiful apartments I've ever seen. This entire apartment complex was amazing. It had a rooftop, gym, but the room itself, it came unfurnished, didn't have much. Through everything.
It's such a process, isn't it?
But the place, the apartment itself, big balcony, floor to ceiling windows, super bright, airy, spacious. The place was $1,300 with no bills and $1,350 as a deposit. Honestly, I was really considering getting this place, but I haven't heard from the girl, the current tenant, so I just decided to let it go, and I concluded my search with nothing. That's about it. It's either me being indecisive or I've never lived with someone else, so that's why I'm a bit hesitant to move in with someone I don't know. There was one thing I realized by the end of my search. With prices like that for a room, I can pay a bit much and find myself a studio or one bed if I'm lucky enough. So I decided to switch my focus and I started looking for studios and one beds. That's gonna come in my next video, so if you're curious to see all other places, subscribe to my channel, like this video because it helps my channel, share with a friend, and I hope you will be back for more. So thank you so much for watching, and for me, thank you so much for being here and watching, and please go ahead and support my channel. It means a lot to me. Bisous bisous.